Warning, the following content may contain spoilers for film and television programs. It is also intended for mature audiences. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
What is up, all of you Seeites? It is episode 41 of the See It Podcast, your number one stop for all things film and television news, facts, and opinions. I am one of your hosts, Andrew Ormsby, joined as always by the heartwarming and lovely Shelby Ammerman.
Hey.
And the king of the doldrums, Brian Vaughn. How is everybody doing today?
Oh, it's been a rough morning with Glee and everything this morning. Just
Shelby's
rough
undergone
episode.
some terrible life events via television.
It's just sad.
Like, are you watching it on Hulu or something?
No, Netflix. It's on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
I ran out of shows to watch on Netflix, so I started Glee because it looked interesting at my... I guess that's really my guilty pleasure, because I kind of feel bad for watching it. It's so cheesy. But it's overly dramatic, so I get my drama out there. But it definitely pulled some tears this morning.
Tugged at the old heartstrings.
People always say that there's nothing to watch on Netflix. I am like so backloaded with stuff to watch. It's not
I am
even funny.
too. I mean, we kind of touched on that when we were talking about things we've had in our Netflix queue forever.
Well, that episode's not out yet. That's
I mean, what I meant was we touched on it in the future.
Yeah.
Which
we touched the future, like
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey.
Exactly like
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
But you guys watch everything. Even if you're not going to like it, you watch it.
Well, that's not true.
I usually won't watch anything I don't think I will like.
Okay, well, then
However,
you guys
that
like
doesn't
everything.
mean... No, I usually just don't like what I watch, about half of it. But I think I will at the time.
I have a very limited
Scope.
of things that I'm interested in. So if I'm not interested in it, I'm not going to watch it.
Like if it's not heartwarming.
Well, for example, Andrew likes documentaries.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
not
dude.
the most interesting thing to me, so I'm probably going to watch something else over that. So when I say I'm out of things to watch, it's not really out of things to watch, things I'm interested in.
Right. So you're in
watch.
need of more heartwarming things to watch.
Yes, there
Have
are
you ever
not
watched Taxi
enough
Driver?
indie romances. What?
Have you ever watched Taxi Driver?
You looking at me?
It's
Are you
heartwarming.
looking at me?
It's got a great ending. There's a very romantic scene
Is that
involving
the one
a
with
theater.
Queen Latifah?
Yes.
Okay, see, I thought that was just called Taxi.
No, Taxi.
Well, it might be.
Yeah, Queen. She might be walking in the background somewhere. No, it's the Robert De Niro movie from like back in the
Then
day.
no, I haven't
Just
seen
Taxi is Queen Latifah and Jimmy Fallon.
it.
I
Yep,
believe.
that's the one that I was thinking of.
Totally different
I've not
movie.
seen
Yeah.
Taxi Driver.
Very different.
Speaking of Netflix, I just, in 2 weeks, I watched the entire series of Friday Night Lights.
That is one of the shows that I have backlogged on my list. Not queue anymore. List.
Oh, yeah, they changed the name. It's
I-
no longer Q.
I want it to be
A-list.
Q again. I don't even know why.
Q-U-E-U-E. It's a
Yeah.
fun word to spell.
It is.
Yeah.
So many U's.
Q-U-E. But, no, it's one of those shows, like, you watch one episode
You guys are
and you
so
can't
weird.
stop.
Yeah.
And it's
I'm
weird
afraid
because
to get into one of those right now.
the thing is, it's the exact opposite group of people that I hung out with in high school.
Right.
So, like,
Well,
also,
if it's
this is-
people, it is for me too. So
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's a very good point. That's a very good point. But no, it's like, oh, okay, I get to look into their world, and it's kind of shitty, you know. Like
Yeah.
everybody thought, like, man, it would be cool to be one of the cool kids. No, they had a lot of shit going down. Apparently, well, at least in Texas, in
Yeah.
Missouri, you didn't have to worry about a lot of that stuff.
Well, I don't know.
Because
Missouri's
there wasn't
kind of-
shit to do.
Since Missouri
Missouri's like Texas light or
lots of
something.
We
cars.
have Winter's Bone people. They have No Country for Old Men people.
Yeah, but everyone still just listens to contemporary country music and fixes trucks on the weekend. Mm-hmm. I think those are what
They got their 8-track of Garth Brooks going.
right
Yeah.
because they have friends in low places.
Yeah.
You guys are so something else.
All right, let's start this thing off. Brian, do you have an opinion to share with us this week on either a movie or television show?
I do, and this is kind of a strange one, but I feel like it's something I'd like to say due to the juncture of time in the show's run. So normally I would be talking about, as we do, a completed season of a show or a movie. I'm not going to do that because I am a rule-breaking rebel.
Before you go any further, I need to apologize. I am breaking the cardinal rule of podcasting.
Uh-oh.
I am eating while recording something. And to listeners, it is hands down the most annoying thing anybody could possibly do, but I am beyond hungry, and this burger that I got is too good.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
I've had it before.
So,
I'm not eating part of his during
No.
just to clarify.
I don't share food. That's one of my pet peeves.
Just since no one can see us, upon me saying that, Andrew scooted his table like closer to him so as to ensure I might not come across the burger.
It may have looked like that, but really what I was doing is I was pulling my food away from the microphone so you guys couldn't hear
I don't know. I think you'd be smart to do the other as well. I mean, you never know. You really never
These
know.
onions are very crunchy, and I can feel it like blasting through the room whenever
Right.
I bite down. So.
At least no one can smell the onion through the...
That's very true. Is it really potent? Can you guys...
No, it's just
No.
onions. That's what they are.
Sure, okay.
So anyway, what I'm going to do is talk about AMC's newest success thus far, which is Better Call Saul, which is only 3 episodes in, but I'm going to talk about it without revealing plot details, but for a very specific reason. So for those of you that don't know, but probably everyone knows, Better Call Saul is a prequel to Breaking Bad, focusing on Saul Goodman, Bob Odenkirk's character from the series, and what led him up to that point. I was, when this was first announced as a possible project, very hesitant about it, because it was kind of pitched as like an oddball comedy thing, which Breaking Bad always had moments of comedy, but it wasn't at all a focal point. As things progressed, though, I became more interested because I realized Vince Gilligan was still producing and writing it and very hands-on with it. A lot of the same people are involved. So I watched the first 3 episodes in one block and was extremely impressed. It does not overtly feel like it's trying to be Breaking Bad, but it does have the same cinematic feel to it for a TV show. It has a lot of the same artistic decisions in terms of direction, character moments, weird black humor. The acting's great. There are familiar faces that have already popped back up, of which I will not disclose at this time.
Like little Easter eggs here and there.
Yeah, you've got callbacks, and then you've got full-on, like, whoa, oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
So I've been immensely impressed with the first 3 episodes, and it's such a strong start. And even though you know ultimately Saul isn't going to die,
That was my
because
question.
it's a prequel.
In a lot of shows, there's always a hidden sense of mortality and danger to the characters.
Yeah.
But with prequels, you got to try really hard to convey that, because in the end, you know he's going to be fine, because he
Right.
has to show up later on in another TV show.
But I think actually one thing that parallels Breaking Bad is this isn't really about that so much as his journey to becoming what he becomes, which is a lot of what Breaking Bad was too. Which to me, as a guy that really likes character studies, I find that fascinating.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've really enjoyed it. That different tense is there. I have really enjoyed it. I would definitely encourage people to start watching it.
I already
I did
wanted
want
to
to see it.
Yeah.
But it was damn Friday night.
So if anyone was, out there curious about it, or like, well, I'll wait until blah, nah, don't do that. Just, I believe it now will be airing every Monday night on AMC.
Awesome. I don't get AMC, but I know places.
You've got ways.
I've got friends in low places.
Just like those
Oh my
Texans
God.
with
Yeah.
the football.
Exactly.
Okay. Well,
Before we move on, I'm going to talk about a little kind of movie that I saw. This is going to sound really weird, but for the PlayStation 4, I bought the game The Order 1886. I paid $60 for this game, so it's a full.
I
it's
saw
a
this
full
post
game.
on Facebook.
Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. You saw this on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So people who have bought The Order 1886
1886
already know what I'm. I was swallowing. Sorry. They already know what I'm about to say. It's a full-length video game, or it's a full-price video game. How long do you think a video game should last?
Oh, like
for
playtime?
Yeah, playtime.
Like 15, 20 hours?
15, 20 hours, exactly.
Yeah.
For as long as Pokemon lasts.
Yes!
Yeah. Okay.
Wrangle those pocket monsters.
60
That's what that's short for.
$60 game. I bought the game a couple days ago at 3 p.m. I completely beat the game by 10 o'clock that night.
Wow.
It was 5 hours of gameplay. I stopped and I got some food, and then I came back.
Were you kind of in the midst of being like, why is this? Is there more?
No, yeah, because it literally just stops. Like, they introduce the bad guy. Like, you finally find out who he is. All right, this game's gonna get good. Credits. You're like, what the fuck? I didn't do anything.
That is bizarre.
And the other weird thing with this game is that it is, I'd say, probably 60% cutscenes. Like,
Yeah.
so, like, it's every now and then you get to do something, but most of it is just watching. So it's technically a movie you get to interact with.
Here and there.
Yeah, but here's the
A
thing.
really expensive movie.
A really expensive, because movies are like $15.
Yeah.
So this is 4 times the price of a movie. That's math.
Mathematics.
Yes. But, so it's technically, I'm calling it a movie. It's not a video game. It's an interactive movie. But it was...
Was it good?
Okay, here's hands down the most beautiful game I've ever seen in my life. Like, the CGI and everything, the graphics.
I guess maybe that's why they put that focal point on.
They did. It takes place in 1886 London, in this alternate universe where, like, vampires and werewolves are real, and they've, like, taken over half of London. So you have...
So, like now, basically.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
American Werewolf London. But there's the Knights of the Round Table, except they're kind of 1886 steampunk modernized.
That's
like,
bizarre.
Yeah, where King Arthur actually found the Holy Grail, so they keep drinking that, and they're living forever.
Everybody knows that Indiana Jones found the Holy Grail.
And it fell in the crevice, and then King Arthur jumped down there, got it, and crawled back up.
Okay, I buy this now.
Yes. So they didn't have that in there, but I'm sure that's
got to be what happened.
Pretext, yes. But it's a really cool storyline that was poorly executed, and I'm done rage ranting now. So, all right. Brian, would you do us the fair honor of reading off the news this week?
I will. I'll do that.
I'll
do that for us. Neil Blomkamp has confirmed that his next film will be in the Alien film franchise. It is rumored that at this point, Sigourney Weaver will be a participant.
He got on Instagram and he posted a picture of a xenomorph, which, if you don't know, xenomorphs are the actual names of the aliens in the Alien film franchise. And he said, well, this is going to be my next film project. And people just flip shit because the guy makes really good movies. District 9 is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Elysium was okay. So
what does he have coming out like in the next few months here?
He has Chappie coming out.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, the one with Charlton Copley, and
who was also in District 9.
Yes, and Elysium. And
was he in Elysium? He was in Elysium.
He was the bad guy.
Yeah.
And what else did he do? He's done some other stuff. But oh yeah, Hugh Jackman's going to be in Chappie too, and he has a mullet, so it's going to be amazing.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty much in then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Hugh Jackman, I'm in.
Besides Ridley Scott, I actually think that Neil Blomkamp could do a very good, fun twist on an Alien film.
Yeah, I'd like to see him just really shake it up if he's going to do it. Personally.
Because I know he did a couple things of CGI and stuff for District 9 stuff, but there was a lot of animatronics too.
Yeah.
And that's a good tie back to like the original Alien films. If he brings that, it's going to have that same feel to it, and that's what I really want to see.
Yeah, that's what we kind of need. I'm tired of CGI.
Yeah.
As you know, I think I talk about that too much. Don't care. Hate CGI. Tired of it.
All right.
The first image of Jason Momoa as Aquaman has been released. He doesn't appear, at least from the photo, to be eating horse meat at any point.
No.
So that is a good thing.
That's another thing Shelby's not going to get because she doesn't watch Game of Thrones.
No, don't care. I'm just going to
You're
throw
right,
my...
but I'm looking it up now. Now I understand the picture that you guys sent me the other day. I don't remember who that
Yes.
was. I think it was Zach.
Zach, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, I sent it. Don't take away my credit. I was up
Don't
two.
take away my credit.
It was 2 a.m, and Zack Snyder posted it on Twitter, and he got like 10,000 retweets in like an hour or something like that. It was crazy.
So was this going to take place just pretty much in the ocean?
No, it's for the Batman Superman Dawn of Justice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what this is they're using this Dawn of Justice movie as a pre-intro, or as an introduction to the Justice League film.
And then they'll be able to branch off if they want.
Exactly.
One pretty Aquaman.
Jason Momoa?
Yeah.
Does he wear mascara, or are his eyes just like that?
I've got to think that's mascara.
You gotta think that's... Because
Yeah.
every single movie, his eyes are like that. Everything he does.
Well, actually, though, you do get some weird... People say, if you eat a lot of carrots, that's good for your vision. If you eat a lot of horse meat, it actually helps transform the shape of your eyes.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
He might just be a beautiful man. I think that's what it is.
Might just be a beautiful man.
I know.
Here's the thing.
I'm thinking about starting to eat some horse meat.
Aquaman is blonde, and Jason Momoa is not blonde.
No, he is the least blonde person
Yeah.
out there.
But I actually do think he could do a good job as Aquaman. A
Yeah.
lot of people rip on Aquaman. I know we had our DC podcast
it's
not too long
funny.
ago.
The idea is funny.
But he's actually really cool. Like, if you actually, like... Because after that podcast, I started, like, looking more into, like, the other Justice League characters that I didn't know about. Because Green Lantern is my favorite Justice League character. And he's nobody else's.
Right.
But it was a shame that movie sucked. But,
Don't tell that to Shelby, though.
yeah. Sorry, Shelby.
Whatever.
But, no, I actually think he could be a really cool Aquaman. And I don't know. How do you guys feel about Zack Snyder, though?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I like Watchmen.
Yeah, he did do Watchmen, but he also did like 300.
Did not like 300.
Actually,
The new one?
The,
no, not Rise of an
first
Empire. That
one.
movie was terrible.
Okay, well, I like the old 300.
I just didn't care for it.
I have
really.
a confession for you.
Okay.
I want you to guess how many times I saw 300 in theaters, like paid for a ticket to see.
I actually think I know the answer to this, or should know. It's a lot, though.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
I think it's like 9 or something.
it was 8. I saw it 8
Yeah,
times in theaters.
I remember it being like a ton. I saw it once.
It was just so new, and like I always
It was
went with-
visually interesting at
Yeah.
the time.
I always went with a different
a
group of
child.
friends who hadn't seen it. I'm like, yeah, I'll watch it again. So I've spent like $40 on
Going
300.
to see 300. Yeah.
It is still not, however, the most I've seen a movie in theaters.
That
Two-
would be more than I've seen a movie in theaters.
I think Two Towers I saw 10 or 11 times in
Wow.
theaters. That's still my favorite.
I have never seen a movie more than, I believe, 3 times in a theater.
Shelby, have you seen any movie more than once in theaters?
No.
No?
No, I don't really like movie theaters. I
I have
them
a little
to be
bit of-
uncomfortable, and
Yeah.
I like to be able to pause my movies and get up and go smoke a cigarette.
I like to not have to wear real pants. Like, I mean, you could go to a movie theater in, like, athletic shorts, but
Yeah.
I feel like I have a duty in public to not do that. But that doesn't mean I'm going to follow it. No, I've gotten to where I will go to a theater really only if I'm going to, like, one with the leather recliners and stuff now. I'm very spoiled.
Yeah, the ones with like the massage chairs. And
Yeah, I want the whole ordeal.
What movie theaters are you guys talking
Springfield
about?
Springfield 11 has this now.
they have
What?
leather recliners, yeah.
And it is not any more expensive.
Now it's like $7 or $8 for a movie ticket. Yeah,
It's incredible.
they don't have it
Wow.
in IMAX.
Your mind
though.
is blown.
They still have regular seats in their IMAX. Can you imagine?
If they did that in IMAX,
Oh my god!
I could have cried more peacefully during Interstellar if I had
Yeah,
a leather
really.
recliner.
Man, that was brutal, man.
Our next news item, as Shelby continues to be blown away by the idea of these seats, is
Yeah.
that another Shaft reboot is in the works.
Oh, why?
Because that's necessary. If it didn't work with Samuel L. Jackson,
It's
it's,
not
not
gonna
going to
work.
work. It's
Exactly.
it's not going to.
like you brought your A game and it still failed.
The only thing I can think they could do is resurrect Fred Williamson of Black Cobra fame. There's really no other way to do it.
Yeah,
He's probably 80. Who knows?
I guarantee they're going to get somebody like Idris Elba to do it.
If he'll do it.
I hope he doesn't. I'm just throwing out a name, but if it turns out that it is... He needs to be Bond.
He needs to work on being James Bond is what he needs to do.
Yes. All right. I don't want to spend any more time on that
that's
topic.
All, that's all I'm willing to do it. Morena Baccarin has been cast in the Deadpool film. She has been in Firefly. She has also been in Homeland. I have seen her boobs.
Oh, yeah. In Homeland.
Yeah.
You see her boobs.
I have seen her boobs.
It's true. So I feel like I know her now.
Yeah.
It feels more intimate saying her name, which I probably pronounced incorrectly. But yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah. Deadpool movie, I'm really excited for. Ryan Reynolds. He's going to be a good Deadpool.
I know. I'm the world's biggest Ryan Reynolds apologist, so I am all on board for this thing. I'll definitely be watching.
I'll probably be watching it too. Just because I like Ryan Reynolds a lot.
Me too. Team Ryan Reynolds. I think we're actually all fine with Ryan Reynolds here.
I have nothing against him.
Yeah.
I find him to be
I'm not
very
like,
beautiful.
Yay, Ryan Reynolds, but I'm like, no, hey, it's Ryan Reynolds. He does good shit.
He's really good in Buried.
God, that's such a good movie.
That's an
It's
underrated movie.
good
I like his mouth and his teeth.
That's the thing I thought too. Is that's a pretty mouth.
Yeah.
He has a good jawline.
I will now digress.
Yes.
Cody Smith McPhee has been cast as Kurt Wagner, also known as Nightcrawler in X-Men Apocalypse.
For those of you who don't know who that is, if you've seen The Road, he was the son in The Road. But now he's going to be Kurt Wagner. Who was the guy who played Nightcrawler in like X-Men 2?
That's Alan Cumming.
Yeah, that's who it is.
Isn't it?
I knew he was a
believe
Broadway
so.
actor, like musical from
I really
Scotland.
liked him, and I really liked that character, because I was really young when that movie came out, the one with Nightcrawler in it, and I kind of had a crush on him, I'm not going to lie. I was in that little childhood crush phase.
Yeah.
And you went for the blue guy with the devil tail. I get it.
Just
I
because
don't know what that says
it was
about you,
because
but-
he was the outcast. He was the sad, depressed one. Of course, that attracts me. I need to fix him.
Were you ever able to fix him?
No, in my dreams.
Well, that's something.
Yeah.
So it's not a completely sad ending.
All right. I'm done eating. Thank you guys for putting up with that.
Yay! The board game Settlers of Catan is being turned into a movie. How, why, that we don't know. We don't understand why.
I don't know how this
I
can be.
really don't understand.
There are no characters.
Is it going to be people like in like farms walking over? I got some sheep. You need some wood.
I'll tell you my personal preference is that is that this is a Jumanji-like setup.
Oh my god, yes!
I hope that's what they do.
Like you roll
Like
the
it's
dice and then the lumber
Like
and
the-
sheep will chase you.
Yeah, like a pile of lumber strikes a person, and then sheep are running around. There's just some
Stealing
weed
the
out
board
there.
game.
Have you ever won a game of Settlers of Catan?
I have won multiple games of
Never
Settlers
played.
of Catan. I've lost a lot more than I've won.
You think Monopoly takes a long time? Mother of God, one game of
Yeah.
Settler of Catan can take weeks, it seems.
It can be very long.
Yeah. It's a fun game.
Like
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons.
I've never played it with like expansions and stuff like that. I'd like to.
We have a friend who lives in Alaska, and he bought like every single expansion, which I think that's just masochism, isn't it? Whenever you do that
Kind
to
of.
yourself, that's just self-torture.
Yeah, having to have every little thing.
Because it's not a cheap game. It's like $45
Yeah.
for this board game.
But then you have that sense of completism, like you have to have it all if you have it.
I guess that's true.
Because I'm that way with things. Not everything, but
Do you have a lot of board games?
I have a decent amount of board games.
I don't have any board
Most
games.
of them are not smart
play
people
board
board games.
games.
like
Most-
apples to apples and stuff
They're
like
mostly crap like that, yeah, or Cards Against Humanity. Things where you just sit around and make fun of stuff.
that. There was a board game I had when I was a kid. It was called It from the Pit. Greatest board game of all time. For its age, it came out like 1991. It was this circular volcano, and inside the volcano was this rotating monster whose hand would actually, like on an animatronic arm, would come out and start clawing at random areas on the board, and it would try and grab your character. And you had to try and get all the way around the board before the It in the Pit grabbed you.
That is somewhat terrifying.
It is one of the coolest board games ever. I went on Amazon to buy it. You know, it's like,
It's probably
I'd love
a
to have.
ton.
$75.
Yeah.
I had it when I was a kid, like 90. It was like at a garage sale. It seemed like it would have been cheap, like $5.
Right.
That's
Not
insane.
now.
That's
I don't
insane.
play board games. I'm a really bad loser.
Oh, really? You
Very
take it
sore
personal?
Start stabbing
I get
people.
so angry that I cry.
Turn your game piece
That's
into a
not
shiv.
heartwarming and lovely, Shelby.
No,
No.
it's terrible. That's why I don't play them. I'd rather not play them.
At least you understand your limitation there.
Yeah, I won't play catchphrase unless my mom's on my team.
Catchphrase is
Because I know
really
my mom's
fun.
gonna win.
I don't know if I could be more angry than when somebody gets their stupid question at their clue at the last second and hands it to me and it's like right away. I want to throw it. Actually, I have before. So yeah, that's a problem.
My best friend, who's pretty much my brother, same guy who lives in Alaska, like I just said. Him and I have only been in 2 fights in our life. One of them was over a board game, like a fist fight, like we were punching each other.
That can happen with board games.
It was Risk.
Yeah,
You get
Risk has
personal as shit with Risk.
I've been in some very deep arguments with Risk until I realized that Risk was like when I was like 14 and I took it really seriously. Then I realized it's mostly dice rolling.
Yeah, that's
and
all
I might as well be in a back alley.
I
It's
can't
something
imagine
about-
you guys in fist fights.
No, well I haven't really. I once punched a guy in the face.
Did you
Oh,
win?
the drunk guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you won.
I mean, I won.
Yeah.
There wasn't any retribution.
How many fights have you been in, Andrew?
My entire life, like,
Yeah.
are you counting, like, even little kid fights and stuff like that?
Sure.
Like 3 or 4?
I was in no kid
I had to
fights.
ask because that's where all my fights were. I haven't punched anybody in at least a decade.
Did you
Like,
win?
A couple of them, yeah.
I have a 50-50 track record.
It's probably something like 50-50.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I guess that's more what I expected out of you guys, so just
Yeah.
kidding.
We're a peaceful group.
Yeah. Alpha males, not.
No. Jason Biggs won't be back for season 3 of Orange is the New Black.
What is that?
Great
What
news.
is going on here?
Great news.
He's
What
got
the fuck?
prior commitments to...
Yeah,
American Pie 14.
what
Yeah.
are they gonna... How can they get through this?
Because he's like the least interesting and likable person on the entire show.
No, but
I think
he's an
Piper is the
important
least
part.
likable person on the
No, actually,
Well, I
I
think that's
prefer
the
her
point.
more than him.
I think that's the point, is that you're not supposed to like Piper
Yeah, I
Chapman.
think so too.
But the Piper Kerman, the woman who wrote the book that it's based off of, her life, her year in prison, he's an important role in somebody's life like that. You know what I mean? Especially
Yeah.
because he just started the whole thing with her best friend Polly and blah, blah, blah. Sorry, spoilers.
Man,
For,
people should be
season
caught
2.
up already.
Not everybody has watched it. Not as many. My grandpa loves that show.
Really?
He also has gotten a thing for Spartacus. He finds
I
it
still never have watched
hilarious that it's he thinks it's so funny that there's so much tits, ass, and dick on that show.
In Spartacus, yeah.
And it's my grandpa. Every time we talk about something, he's like, put that show with all the girls, all the naked girls on it. And I'm like, well,
That's your
Orange is the New
traditional
Black,
grandpa there.
or the prison women. Put the show with the prison women on. And I'm like, okay, grandpa.
He's gotten to a point where he just doesn't give a shit. He's like, yeah no, put what I want to see on the
No,
screen.
he has his moments of a typical old man,
Oh, yeah.
old Republican man type views, but then sometimes he just cracks me up with what he says. Oh my god.
So he has a movie coming out this year called Drive, She Said. And he just
Gay.
plays Guy. I don't know if that's the character's name, like Guy Ritchie or Guy Pearce, or if he's just Guy.
Well, if it's a small part, then that's stupid of him. But I'm sure that's the guy's name.
It's just way funnier for me to imagine. The more likely scenario is the creators were like, we've run the course of this story arc. But it's funnier for me to imagine him being like, I have larger commitments. I am Jason Biggs.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know.
Anyways.
Anyways, it is rumored that Steven Spielberg will direct the new Indiana Jones film, which will star Andy Dwyer,
Yes.
Chris Pratt.
I haven't seen any of the Indiana Jones, despite my love for Harrison Ford. However,
great.
Chris Pratt might push me to it. 'cause
Rectify that situation.
he is also, it's the same thing with Jurassic Park. I only
If-
saw the first one a
Did
long,
I
long,
give
long
it to
time
you?
ago
Did I give
one
you the
time.
box set?
No.
Where's my box set?
Andrew's panicking right now.
Maybe you were forcing Zach to watch it. I do.
You
not
were
have your
trying to
box set.
force Zach to watch it at one
I
point.
do not
That may
have
be
your
it.
Indiana Jones.
That might be it. Okay.
I hope this is good because
Yeah.
that Crystal Skull thing I still have a terrible taste in my mouth.
We will
that.
for the rest of our life. It's like whenever you go through a horrible sexual encounter, something you don't really get over.
Do you have a story to share?
Yeah, I watched Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. My eyes were raped.
That's true. That's true. Hard.
Oh
Yeah.
God, what is wrong with you guys?
Your eyes and your ears.
Yeah.
Any orifice
Why am I
that movie
doing
could find, it found.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
What's wrong with you?
Shoved it right in with its little Shia LaBeouf penis.
Oh.
Okay.
Uh,
Anyways.
tonight's the Academy Awards.
Yeah. Hopefully I can get this thing posted and people can see it before...
If not, then yesterday was the Academy Awards.
Yeah.
It just depends how.
I'm gonna try and get this thing edited and up today. I have to go to work right after this, but what was I gonna say? I know Shelby and we already had our predictions for what's gonna happen tonight. We already had that episode, but you weren't on it, Brian. Do you have any just quick predictions?
Quick predictions in major categories. I'm going to say it's going to be the stuff that always happens. No, I'm going to say, and this, I reserve the right to change these on the internet later. Right now, though, off the top of my head, I think Boyhood will end up with Best Picture.
Yeah.
I think Julianne Moore wins Best Actress.
Yep.
I think that's pretty much a lock. Eddie Redmayne, Best Actor.
Yep.
J.K. Simmons for Supporting Actor.
Oh my God.
And Supporting Actress. What do I have in that category? What do we got going on in that category?
Supporting actress, you're gonna
Emma
have
Stone.
Patricia
No, she's
Arquette.
lead. No, that's
Patricia
lead.
Arquette.
Or
Oh,
is
is she lead? Or I think she's supporting.
Let's find out.
Emma Stone is supporting for Birdman.
I liked her in Birdman.
Oh yeah, supporting role. So yeah, Patricia Arquette.
Yeah, I'll give her that. That's what I think.
because Julianne Moore is the one for lead actress.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Fair play.
That's my
If you
early
guys
predictions.
Have a hankering for a romantic movie, a romantic comedy. You should watch Barefoot, which has that guy that plays Michael Corvin. In
Did we talk
Underworld.
about this before?
We talked about
You
this
did.
Barefoot.
You did talk
Yeah.
about Barefoot before.
We did.
Or
and we
we
wanted
did.
it to be BEAR.
Yeah.
Foot.
But you guys should watch it, and J.K. Simmons is in it, and he plays the doctor, and it's just a highly contrasting role for Whiplash, and I thought it was interesting to see after seeing Whiplash. So
I may have to watch this,
Yes.
even if it isn't spelled the way I'd like for it to be.
Is that Christopher McDonald? Nope, never mind. It's not him. Where's that guy been in? Shooter McGavin?
I don't know what's happened to him. I've seen him here and there a couple of times.
I think the last thing I watched with him in it was actually Dutch, which is really old, but still.
But he was in it.
Yeah.
Last thing I saw him in
Shooter.
was Grease 2. Or was it Footloose 2?
Oh,
Footloose 9, the record.
Where he
Grease
was
2 is really
Goose.
good.
What was
for
his
a,
name?
For a sequel, Grease 2 is good. I liked it.
What was that show? It was.
But I love Michelle Pfeiffer.
It's gonna drive me crazy if I don't figure out what movie that was that he was in. Somebody help me!
Wait, what?
Help me!
I don't know what you're talking about.
Christopher McDonald.
I don't know.
I'm of no assistance here.
Dutch?
It was Grease 2. Yeah, he was Goose McKenzie.
Of course he was.
Yeah. Be
Oh, I
excited.
thought-
Be excited.
I thought we had already agreed that he was in that. That's why I didn't know your answer.
Oh. He was
Oh.
in an episode of Knight Rider.
Of course he was.
Yeah.
All this makes sense.
Only because there's not a Footloose 2.
Yet.
You could have helped me there.
There's only one Footloose, and then there's a second Footloose that's not a sequel. It's a
Footloosier.
modern Footloose, where they have cell phones, and it's stupid.
Good old Tappy Tibbins. Be excited. Be excited. That song will get stuck in your head.
Well, now.
There are 4 keys to successful life. Did you ever, I know we're going way, way off topic. We're talking a movie that came out 15 years ago. But in the, in the movie he always says there's 4 things to a successful life and he only lists off 3 of them,
Yeah.
You never find out what the 4th one is. If you watch the in the DVD. The before you hit the play button, they're like playing that over and over again. If you wait like 10 minutes, he'll finally tell you what the fourth thing to a successful life is. Yeah,
I'm guessing you learn that by accidentally leaving it on the menu,
exactly.
which everyone's done at some point with something.
Exactly. Do you want to know what it is?
Yes. I'd
Constant
like
masturbation.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I don't know why things
Okay.
aren't going any better than they are then. But
Have you
whatever.
fulfilled the other 3 things to a successful life?
What were the other 3?
I can't remember. It's been too long. 15
Oh,
years.
God.
Probably not then.
Okay.
They weren't all like that, Shelby. It was just a joke that if you left the DVD on, then it was just a funny joke. Are we going to move on to trailer talk now?
I think we are.
All right. Well, we have 6 movies that we're going to talk about today. The first movie is called Aloha. It's directed and written by Cameron Crowe. He gave us like Jerry Maguire, Almost Famous, and Vanilla Sky.
Vanilla Sky sucks.
And We Bought a Zoo.
I liked Vanilla Sky.
Yeah.
I hated Vanilla Sky. I hated it. Jerry Maguire is the cheesiest movie that
Agreed
will ever
on
be
that.
made.
You had me at hello.
That's where every cheesy movie, like the outwardly cheesy lines, came from. Pickup lines.
You made me want to be a better man.
You complete me.
Was You Made Me Want to Be a Better Man? Was that the same movie, or was it just You Complete Me? They're also
The
cheesy.
Better Man thing was a much better movie, as good as it gets with
with
okay,
Kevin
yeah.
Costner.
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah,
was.
Helen
because
Hunt.
Jerry Maguire is the you complete me and you have me at hello. And you're like, oh.
Speaking of
bleh.
Helen Hunt, I watched Castaway yesterday.
I haven't watched that movie in so long.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
That's a
Aloha
really good performance that people don't talk about enough, I feel like.
was Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was nominated for an Oscar. So, this movie stars Emma Watson. No, it stars Emma Stone, Bradley Cooper, Rachel McAdams, Bill Murray, Jay Burchell, John Krasinski, Alec Baldwin, and Danny McBride.
Woohoo!
Jay Baruchel has an annoying voice.
Yeah, he's an annoying looking guy, too.
I
Yeah.
love him!
No,
Especially in
okay,
How to Train Your Dragon.
I knew you were going to
I'd
say
get in
that.
my second
How
fight.
to Train Your
just
Dragon
to-
is in my top 10
feel
favorite
them.
movies of all time.
Really?
Yes, I love How to Train Your Dragon.
Do you now know how to train dragons?
Yes, I do, and
That's
I
good.
I can't wait to get my dragon.
I know, I've never been able to get my hands on
I
one.
already have a snake.
I have a guy for that.
You have a snake?
I do. I have ball python. Her name's Nefertiti.
That's
That's
cool.
kinda
I call
awesome.
her Nef,
That is really cool.
and I actually have a video of her eating her mouse from Friday.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. You're going to have to show us that in a bit.
Okay.
The plot of this movie, Aloha, is a military contractor returns to Hawaii and reconnects with an old lover while at the same time falling for an Air Force officer. So Bradley Cooper's trying to
Typical.
put it everywhere, pretty much.
Typical.
He's Bradley Cooper, he can do that.
Yep. Unless it's Shelby because she hates the man.
You know, I think the movie is going to be a typical romantic comedy,
Which you love.
which I do love, and I'm very torn because I hate Bradley Cooper, but I love everybody else. So I'm probably going to watch it because I love everybody else, and I love Emma Stone. And I'm going to be rooting for the fact that he and Emma Stone fall in love because I know they're going to at the end. That's how it's going to end up. And Rachel McAdams is going to be a bitch, and I'm going to hate her in this. But it's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay because Alec Baldwin's in it, and that guy can do no wrong.
Well, and Bill Murray.
It's true.
I mean, come
I
on.
will watch this for sure.
Alec Baldwin was just on the 40th anniversary of Saturday Night Live.
Which I still haven't watched yet.
They did.
I did record it.
They did a
as well.
throwback to Jeopardy. You know.
Yeah.
This with Will Ferrell and Danny, whatever his name is, who does the Sean Connery. You know.
Yeah. Daryl Hammond.
Daryl Hammond, that's who it was, yeah. But Alec Baldwin was on it, and he was Tony Bennett. He was Tony.
Yeah.
Hands down, the funniest shit I've seen in a very long time.
I've been meaning to watch that, and I just haven't been able to do it yet.
Oh, it was so good. But Aloha. It's probably a movie that I would be in. It's a rom-com I might actually see myself seeing.
Right.
So, the next movie up, it's a documentary. It's called The Salt of the Earth. It's directed by Juliano Ribeiro Salgado, and it stars Sebastião Salgado and Juliano himself. The plot of this documentary is it's a look at the life of Sebastião Salgado, who traveled the world with his camera and gave us some of the most iconic pictures in history. So, did you ever see The Secret Life of Walter Mitty?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Never did.
Okay. Well, there's a guy in it who is played by Sean Penn, who pretty much is this guy. He travels the
Yeah.
world and he takes these third world, devastating, horrific pictures that you see. And they're incredibly beautiful at the same time. But it's pretty much a documentary about that. And I like to see it because, I'm a sucker for documentaries.
Yeah, it's one I'll probably end up seeing at some point.
Yeah.
I never feel the urgency as much with documentaries as I do with, scripted stuff.
It's not like you can spoil a documentary.
Yeah, exactly.
The next movie up, it's a movie called Crimson Peak, directed and written by Guillermo del Toro. He's the genius who gave us Pan's Labyrinth, Pacific Rim, and the Hellboy movies. This movie stars Charlie Hunnam, Tom Hiddleston, Jessica Chastain, and Mia Wasikowska. Plot of this: an author is torn between her family and a mysterious stranger while inside a haunted house.
Yeah.
Which makes more sense now. You're like, a stranger being torn between her family and stuff, or a woman being torn between a stranger and her family. That doesn't sound like Guillermo del Toro. But when you put it in a haunted house,
then
that's
you're
when
back
shit
in business.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'll end up seeing this.
I don't think there's a single movie as his I have not seen.
I don't know if there is me either.
Maybe some Spanish films.
Yeah, like
his
early
early on.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
I
haven't seen those.
I know Pan's Labyrinth was the first one I saw.
Me too.
And it still is
that's
best.
a great movie.
Still
yeah.
is best. What do you guys think? Would you guys see Crimson Peak?
I really want to see it. I'm kind of scared to see it, but at the same time, I really want to because it does kind of. It looks like almost like Phantom of the Opera type.
It does. It did have that
Without the
feel a
singing.
little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys know I'm scared to death of ghosts, and I don't watch ghost movies. So this might be the first ghost movie I've seen in a very long time. So,
What was the last one?
God, I don't even remember. Would you count Babadook as a ghost movie?
Close enough.
I saw the Babadook.
Yeah.
Because everybody was raving about how good it was.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. But before that, it had to have been like... It's going to sound... Night of 13 Ghosts.
Oh, man.
Or was it 14 or 15? Something like that.
Did you ever see... This has been a long time ago. Did you ever see The Others?
That was a scary-ass
Nicole
movie.
Kidman.
One of the scariest movies I've seen.
It was also just really well done. I mean, even if you know the plot twist thing, it still holds up pretty well.
You're probably going to laugh at me when I say this, but the scariest ghost movie I've ever seen in my life was Sixth Sense.
Yeah, that did not hold up well for me.
Yeah,
Like, I guess when
creepy.
when I saw it again, like a couple of years ago, I had not watched it since it came out.
Mm-hmm.
It was very ineffectual for me.
Huh, interesting. No, I still can't watch it again because I'm not diagnosed with it, but I think I do have phasmophobia, fear of ghosts. So I can't even watch movies and stuff. But
Which is very unfortunate because you watch a lot of movies and
yeah,
you've got a whole genre.
I'm missing a market.
Yeah.
I don't watch that, and I don't watch shark movies because I'm scared of sharks. I'm scared of the ocean, but mainly
Well,
because
the
of sharks.
ocean is a messed up place with lots of stuff we don't understand.
We know more about the moon than we do the oceans.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That's weird.
Yeah. The next movie that we're going to talk about, interesting film, is called My Life, directed by Nicholas Winding Refn. It's directed not by Nicholas Winding Refn, by Liv Corfixon, who is the partner of Nicholas. They have a child together. I don't think they're married. They might be married. I don't know. But it stars her, Nicholas Winding Refn, Ryan Gosling, and then Liv and Nicholas's daughter. It's pretty much the plot of this documentary is it's the struggles and the hardships at Nicholas Winding Refn as he tries to direct the film Only God Forgives while they're in Bangkok, which I personally didn't think was that great of a movie, but I love to see because in the trailer at least you see him talking about how he's struggling and how he doesn't know where the movie's going.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, maybe it'd be good to see that, like
The process behind it.
exactly. Maybe I'll see some stuff that would shed light on it, help me understand it more. Who knows? But you guys said you never saw Only God Forgives.
No.
Nope.
I've had it. That's another one I've had kind of backlogged for a long time.
In your QE.
My Quay.
Quay.
Because I really like to drive a lot.
Yeah. It was a good movie, man. He also did what was that movie? It wasn't Ragnarok. It was
He's done other movies I really liked. I know that.
It was the one that had Mads Mikkelsen in it, where he was the blind or one-eyed something. Really weird movie where Mads Mikkelsen plays a Viking.
That sounds exactly right to me.
I'm gonna look this.
He's a very Viking-like figure. So we can just have an edit here.
Yeah, we'll have an edit. He did Valhalla Rising.
Oh,
and he also did Bronson with Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
And so he's done some good shit. The next movie we're going to talk about, Magic Mike XXL. Directed by Gregory Jacobs. He did Criminal and Wind Chill. It's written by Reed Carolyn and Channing Tatum. They both wrote the original Magic Mike. The stars Channing Tatum, Amber Heard, Elizabeth Banks, Matt Bomer, Joe Manganiello, Jada Pinkett Smith, Donald Glover, Andy McDowell, Gabriel Iglesias, and Michael Strahan.
Wow.
I don't know what Donald Glover's doing in this, really.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He's probably he's there with Abed.
Yeah.
Troy and Abed in a strip club.
Turning it into some weird meta version of Magic Mike.
Yeah.
Which
the plot of this, it's Magic Mike 2. So, a continuation.
Yeah.
I don't know. Apparently from Zach, he says it's surprisingly a good movie. The first one.
I've heard that. I haven't watched it, but I've heard
a lot of people say that Magic Mike wasn't good.
I've heard both.
I actually haven't heard a single person.
I've heard people that I would think wouldn't like it tell me that it's pretty good, which is strange.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if I'm going to spend an hour and a half or 2 hours to watch it ever.
I remember when the first Magic Mike came out. It came out the same week that Ted did.
Yeah.
And it was in the news all the time. It's the first time in history that women go to see movies about strippers and men go to see movies about teddy bears.
That's true. Yeah.
So
dead opposite.
The final movie and trailer talk that we're going to talk about is from our good friends over at Rooster Teeth. It's their first full-length film called Laser Team. It's directed by Matt Hullum, who is the CEO of Red vs. Blue, or of Rooster Teeth. He also stars in Red vs. Blue. He's Sarge in the show, and he pretty much all their shorts that they do online and stuff, he does all of those. And it's written by Bernie Burns, who is is the founder and creator of Rooster Teeth. He plays Church in Red vs. Blue, and he's in pretty much everything they do. It also stars Bernie Burns, Gavin Free from the Slow Mo Guys, and he also works at Rooster Teeth. Michael Jones, he's the Rage Quit guy on YouTube. Michael Jones, or Alan Richson, who is, I know he's a model, but he's in a bunch of other shit too. I think he was actually Aquaman in Smallville at one point.
Yeah.
Who else is in this? Colton Dunn, who was a long time ago on Mad TV. I remember seeing him. And Lizzie Pop, Uranos Veronina, and Alexandria Dabari. The plot of this film is 4 idiots receive alien technology that they must use to defend Earth. Oh my god, this movie looks so fucking funny.
It does look really funny.
It was a crowdfunded film on a
Kickstarter or something?
It wasn't Kickstarter, but it was another
The
one.
other one. There's a few of them now.
Yeah. But I was actually a backer of this film, so I've been getting like news updates and behind the scene looks at it and stuff. It's going to be a good movie. It's going to be a really good movie. And for an internet company, it looks very well done.
Yeah,
very, very well done.
Yeah, from the trailer, which is a pretty limited trailer.
Yeah,
you don't get a full idea, but
it's definitely a movie I will be seeing for sure. It comes out in August, I believe. So
is it going to be coming out in theaters?
I don't know if it's going to be coming out on theaters. I think it's going to be a direct to online streaming. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But yep, that's it. So Shelby, would you do us the honor of telling us what we could spend our money on in the theaters?
Well, there's Focus, which is the one with Will Smith about him falling in love and it messes up his plans. He's a con man and he's teaching her to be a con woman, blah blah blah. There's also The Lazarus Effect, which is a group of medical students discovering a way to bring dead patients back to life. Has Olivia Wilde in it and Evan Peters and Donald Glover.
Who is Evan Peters? How do I know
Evan Peters, American Horror Story.
That's how the blonde guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's the one that every teenager's in love with in the whole of America.
Yeah.
Maps to the Stars. Tour into the heart of a Hollywood family chasing celebrity, one another, and the relentless ghosts of their pasts. Starring
Hopefully not actual
Julianne
ghosts for
Moore.
Andrew's sake.
Yes.
It has Julianne Moore, Mia Wasikowska.
She's
Mia
everywhere.
Wasikowska. Yeah. She's the girl who played, we were just talking about her. She's in Crimson Peak as well.
Yeah. The one that's in Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
Yeah, her.
And then Robert Pattinson and John Cusack.
I wanted to see that movie. I really did. It looked really good.
There's also 71, which is a young and disoriented British soldier is accidentally abandoned by his unit following a riot on the deadly streets of Belfast in 1971.
We saw the trailer for this a long time ago in Trailer Talk. It was a movie I really wanted to see. And if it's getting a wide release, I'd like to check it out before it goes away.
Yeah, it says February 27th. And it doesn't say limited next to it, so...
Well, hopefully we can get it then.
And then it says My Life, directed by Nicholas Winding Refn.
Refn. So that's coming to theaters?
Yep.
Well, good.
And on the 27th. And Everly, an action thriller centered on a woman who faces down assassins sent by her ex, a mob boss, while holed up in her apartment, starring Salma Hayek. It also has Andy McDermott in it. And then in theaters right now, you can see on February 20th, The Hot Tub Time Machine 2.
This first one was surprisingly funny.
It was.
Yeah,
It was
I
pretty
liked
decent.
The Duff.
So I've seen that movie everywhere. I don't know anything about it.
A high school senior instigates a social pecking order revolution after finding out that she has been labeled the Duff, designated ugly fat friend, to her prettier, more popular friends.
That's the girl who plays Anne Hogg in Arrested Development.
And also Amber in Parenthood, if you watched every episode of Parenthood, which I did.
Oh, wow.
It's good. It's a
There's
really good
also,
show. It's really heartwarming.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well,
I cried in it multiple times.
Shelby's right up your alley.
Full disclosure.
Well, then I might have
The
to.
series just ended. Same guy, same creator and writer from Friday Night Lights.
Is it on
Andrew.
Netflix?
Really?
Yes. And I
Well,
believe
hot
it's on
damn.
Netflix. Yeah.
There's also McFarland USA, which is a Kevin Costner movie.
Oh, that's the one about the cross-country runners?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's done
A
by
small
Disney.
California
Probably
town.
terrible.
Yeah.
Championship contenders. There's also Wild Tales, which...
How's the tail
It's
spelled?
a story about love deception. Tales.
Okay, it's not a pun then.
It's a story about love deception, the return of the past, a tragedy, and even the violence contained in an everyday detail appear themselves to push them towards the abyss into the undeniable pleasure of losing control. And I don't recognize any of the names. It's Dario Grandinetti, Maria Marul, Monica Villa, Rita Cortez.
Interesting.
Gloria is the other one. It's a rebellious and controversial Mexican pop icon becomes a huge success with her lifestyle with her style and catchy songs, but a larger than life scandal will rock her world entirely.
Uh-oh.
Yup.
Shit just got real.
Then there's also 50 Shades of Grey, Kingsman: The Secret Service, The SpongeBob Movie, McFarland USA, The Duff, American Sniper, Jupiter Ascending, The Imitation Game, and Paddington.
I really did want to see Kingsman: Secret Service.
I wanted to see
I
Paddington.
probably will eventually see it.
Yeah. Are you guys ready to play IMDb Idiots?
Oh, you better believe I am.
All right.
We'll
For those of you who don't know how this game works, I'm going to list off facts about a film, and these two and you have to try and guess what movie I am talking about. Each contestant gets one guess. As soon as one person guesses, then the other person has to immediately guess. The first to three wins. Are you ready?
I'm as ready as I'm going to be.
For this first film, the only facts I'm going to give you are the cast. So get ready.
Okay.
Here's the cast. Matthew McConaughey, Adrian Brody, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Tony Danza, Christopher Lloyd, and Danny Glover.
Angels in the Outfield.
Yep.
Which I absolutely did see when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah. You hear that list and you're like, wow, that's
Yeah.
surprisingly A-list.
That movie's so bad,
I forgot that Matthew McConaughey was even in it.
I did too.
Yeah.
I had completely forgotten.
Okay.
All right. So, next.
I'm going to throw up. I hate you, Brian. I don't know if I can play this game anymore.
I think
need
that's
to be
4
exempt.
straight points I've won now, going back to last
Sore
week.
loser. I can't do it anymore. Unless you guys just want to see me cry.
No, that's okay.
No,
next
that
movie
seems
up-
mean of us.
The next movie up is in IMDb's top 250. I'm not going to tell you what number because then you could just look it up.
Yeah.
It stars Joaquin Phoenix. It's directed by Terry George, who also co-wrote it. It also stars Don Cheadle.
Okay, can you hold on for a second?
That's all the hints I'm giving
Is
you.
it Hotel
No.
Rwanda?
Yes, it is.
Oh, man.
1-1.
Fuck you.
Man! Losing a point. That's okay. It's 1-1. The streak is over.
All right. This next film is directed by Jake Kasdan. Kasdan. It stars Jack Black and Colin Hanks. That's all the hints you're giving.
Orange County.
Yes.
Oh, man. I forgot Colin Hanks was in that.
Yes, he was.
I've never even seen that. Never even heard of it.
It was a okay movie. So, this could be the last film we talk about.
Could be.
Shut up.
Could be. Probably will be.
Hey!
So mean.
This is what I think is a very underrated movie. Directed by Matt Reeves. Reeves. It stars Mike Vogel and Lizzie Kaplan and T.J. Miller from what's that movie on HBO or show on HBO?
He plays
Did he
Hater
direct this?
in She's Out of My League.
Is that your guess?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say that he played... T.J. Miller plays
Oh yeah, he's in She's Out of My
Hater.
League. What's the
Cloverfield.
Brian wins.
Okay, well, whatever.
It's gonna drive me crazy if I can't think of that show that T.J. Miller's does.
What show?
Silicon Valley.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
Totally
That's
blanked.
back on in just over a month.
I'm so excited.
All right.
Same night as
well,
Game of Thrones.
Oh, is it really? Mm-hmm. Well, that's just bad timing. Or it
Yeah.
could be good timing. People just watch both.
That's what they're going to do, is run it after Game of Thrones, I think.
Well, good. Well, that is going to wrap it up for episode 41 of the See It podcast. Thank you to all of our listeners. If you'd like to follow us on Twitter, you can find us at @C_it_podcast. You can also find us on YouTube at /See It podcast. Thank you to all of our listeners. Brian, plug away at your baseball podcast.
Yeah, we're the backup catcher. We can be found on standgraphs.com, also on iTunes, Facebook, wherever you really would find a podcast normally. We're doing fantasy previews right now, so that might help you because I'm awesome at that. Yes.
And like I said on an earlier podcast, we may be doing a total revamping of the podcast, new name, new full website, and all that stuff. We will let you know all those facts in the weeks or months to come, however long it takes us, because we are slackers.
Quit bothering us about it. We'll tell you when we tell you.
Yeah, really. Our 15 listeners are like really starting to annoy us. All right. So until we see you guys next time, peace out.
Ah!
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See ya.